Today is the 10th of October 2014, and we're going to finally get around to trying to solve the problem of making a mess when we change the oil on the Yazoo Mower. My solution to the problem at the moment, it looks like this. Let's see if I can put it out here where you can see it. So I have to turn my... So the idea is to put this elbow in the engine, followed by a valve. There are a couple of nipples in here, of course, too. And then when I want to change the oil, I'll use this hose, which I can screw onto the end. When I don't want to, when I'm not changing the oil, I mean the normal operation then will be, I'll take the hose will be off, of course, and I have a cap, a brass cap that I will screw onto the end. I'm going to put these in using hemp. Hemp is better than Teflon as a sealer for pipe threads. Whether you use hemp or you use Teflon tape or you use Teflon thread, you always begin on the beginning of the thread here and wind inwards, so that when you screw the thread in, it seals the tape or the hemp in there. Otherwise, if you would begin on the outside and go in, as soon as you began screwing it in, you'd ball up the tape and it would go back, out, and you push it out basically out of from the threads. There are good videos on YouTube about sealing pipes if anyone's interested. I'm going to use an oil-proof sealer on here as well. I'll put hemp around it, and then I'll put the sealer on it and then screw this in. And I'm going to have to look, I may put this towards the back the way I had originally planned, or towards the front. It really doesn't matter. If I put it towards the front, it won't be in the way. I won't have it, I won't be likely to kick it with my foot then. So let's get to it.
Ich fange an zu mähen. Ich mache erst die Mäharbeiten. Weil alles andere kann ich dann immer noch nicht. Dann braucht man jetzt mal zu nehmen. Das ist wieder Oktober.
Muss man sehen, wie das Wetter ist.
Ja, nächste Woche soll es herbstlich werden. Keine Ahnung.
Yeah.
Es ist Oktober.
What I plan to do is to jack up the left side of the mower. There isn't a whole lot of, the level of oil in the engine is somewhat low. So I'm hoping that not too much escapes when I take out the plug, but of course I can't jack it up probably high enough so that nothing will come out. I'll give it I'll do my best anyway. I'd rather not make a mess doing this. That may actually be high enough that the oil doesn't run out. Out of the drain hole there. We'll give it a try. I have to go get a wrench. Well, I'm afraid that was wishful thinking. I removed the plug a little ways and oil immediately started to pour out. So what I'm going to do is use just a pipe nipple. I'll take the plug out and hold the pipe nipple up with the hose attached and let the oil, I hope, run into the tub down here. This ought to be interesting. You're my witnesses. I guess this maybe isn't. Yeah, it'll work. There's nothing coming out. Oh, I guess it just, yeah. So I think it's too much of an angle. I'm gonna have to lower it a little bit. It's already made a mess, but nothing like it usually does yet. It may still happen. I'll lower the jack a little bit and see what happens. This ought to be exciting. There it comes. There it comes. All right. Oh, it's very black. Ugh. So I'll let it run. Oh, it's like tar. I'll let it run out and then I'll jack it up again. When I jack it up again, then nothing should come out, and then I can attach the pipes permanently. It's still running. Yeah, we'll let it run a bit. I cleaned that whole area off with brake cleaner. I sprayed it with brake cleaner, and I bought the brake cleaner, by the way, because Tom told us recently how to clean oil stains off of concrete using brake cleaner and cat litter, kitty litter. And I've got some stains on my terrace out here that Karin has been unhappy about. So I'm going to try to remove them, but I had the brake cleaner, so I thought that's a good opportunity. I'll clean that area there. When I refill oil, I always prefer to have the area completely cleaned. Let's see here. Still got some, still running. It's actually only a few. few ounces of oil here. Okay, I've jacked it up again. And I'm going to take that pipe nipple out of there and hope that no more oil runs out. It's already about 2 quarts that have run out of the engine. Yeah, that's good. So that problem was solved. Now I can put these pipe nipples in permanently, whatever. With hemp and sealer. First goes in the this elbow here. And I think I will run it back. It won't be in the way there. And I'm afraid in the front I'll run into the problem with the muffler and this bar here. So I'll run it back like that. Probably angle it down a little bit. Okay. Pick that up. Andor, was ist los? Ah, was ist los? Komm mal her. Komm mal her. Oh, ah. Jo. Ah. So back to work. When you use hemp or tape, you always wind it on, of course, in the direction of the thread, going from the outside toward the inside, and you the rule of thumb is to use as little as possible, but as much as necessary. It's a matter. I think you kind of have to just get a feel for it after a while. Okay, I'm going to do the rest and get this thing finished, and we'll put some oil in it and see how it works. Well, I'm going to call it a success. The oil runs into the tub. There are no leaks, And when I plug that valve up there, it won't be in the way. I won't kick it with my foot. I think it's a good solution to the problem, I believe. I could probably bend that fitting down just a little bit more an angle, but I think I don't think it's necessary. I may try that, see if any more comes out. But all in all, I think this is going to be a practical solution to the problem. So that will be the normal running position, so to speak. It certainly won't bother anybody there. Whether the valve leaks or not, or I mean whether it doesn't close properly or not, is of no interest, because there is that cap on the end, a brass cap with a fiber washer to seal it. I don't see any problem with that. I'm going to put oil in it now and go for a drive. I'll take you with when I get that far, if I get that far. It's getting kind of late in the afternoon or evening. It's just now 6 o'clock. I just yelled my head off. The young people over on the other side are outside here, and it looked like there was a fire burning inside the building there, and I was ready to call the fire department until I ran over there screaming my head off the whole time, and realized then that it was actually, now you can see there's a person in front of it. It's a reflection in the window. There isn't, the fire is way over, I don't know if you can see it over here. Somewhere over here. I guess you can't see it really. Yeah, it must be right in through there somewhere. Anyway, it's reflected in the window there. It looked like it was burning inside the house, and there is in fact a wood stove right there where the flames would be. So I thought the stove had completely combusted. Certainly nothing to be proud of. That gunk there was in the funnel that I poured the old oil through into a 5-liter container. It looks like grass and I don't know what all. So definitely was time to change the oil. So it's 2 quarts. Well, it's very dark out here. I don't know how well this camera does in this kind of light. The image in my screen is pretty good here. Anyway, there's 3 quarts in there, and it holds 3.5 quarts. So we'll add a little more, and then I'll have to check. I'm going to take a couple of pictures of this and of my solution to the problem here, and then be done for the night. Maybe we'll go to dinner tonight.